But you can certainly, there are potentially, I don't know, all sorts of ways you can think about trying to get up to this.
Oh, yes. Well, that desk over there that was unoccupied desk that we walked past, is that bolted to the floor? Or is it, well, who cares? I'm going to go get it.
Okay. Okuma, it will be a go and get it. I imagine that's an athletics check.
Really? Okay.
Well.
No, I'm not objecting. I'm happy. 4 and 14 gives me an 18.
That's more than enough to pick up the reception desk, bolted to the floor though it was.
Well, oh look, it was bolted. Okay, so
never mind.
I'm going to hoist that table directly through the gap. I'm going to place it in such a fashion that somebody could stand on it and thence be closer to getting up to the gantry. Probably not all the way. I mean, it's 3 squares. So it's time to pile things. I'm looking around. Something to pile on there. That round thing, no, it'll weeble wobble and fall off. That's no good. Unless I held it. Geiger, come on over. I think I've got it.
Yeah, what do you need me to do?
I'm going to go pick up the big ball.
I think I can say this safely with science at 14. That's the planet Earth.
Look at you and look back and forth and
that's how the place we live in looks like from afar. Yeah. Or used to.
Okay, I can see that all this science is kind of really exciting you, Geiger, but right now I want to focus on the problem at hand. Here, I'm going to pick up this here Earth thing, and I'm going to put it on the table, and I'm going to steady it because it's round. And then you and Mark, you're probably the right person for this too. Why don't you two clamber up on the table, clamber up on the ball, I'm holding it steady, and then get yourselves up over that balcony thing and go and meet the mice. We're coming, mice! Leica, talk to these people. Help me out here. Geiger's a little slow sometimes, you know.
I think I will just use that.
Geiger, do you want to go up there?
Yes.
I mean, you were talking about this. Well, then, I'll help Okuma to hold this ball steady. Earth, Geiger, Earth. I'll help Okuma to hold the Earth steady. So you two can clamber up there and look at the mice. And maybe you can ask them to come down so we all can talk to them.
Okay.
Well, we'll find another way up soon, but I mean, we're pretty eager.
I am sorry, guys, but I will do this because I've already said that I had it. I activate my jump pack and jump on again.
What was all the fuss about?
I tried to explain to you.
Well, tarnation.
I removed the jump pack from my shoulders and toss it to Okuma. There's still fuel in it.
Is this the flying monkey based jump pack?
Yeah.
So obviously wings extend from it and flap and lift you up.
That's even cuter.
However, I have at this point to say, please can you make a perception check?
A perception check. Yes, perfect.
Because apart else, the loud noises of people moving furniture and globes around probably, potentially means there might be people who finally managed to roll high enough to notice you're here.
I have a glowing rating in perception. Glowing.
Oh no.
I have a total of 4. 3 plus 1.
Okay, cool. Anybody else who also make perception checks?
But yes. I like failed perception checks better. Okay, here we go.
Right?
There's a good chance it will stay failed.
Do you?
Well, you can all fail. That's certainly plausible.
Haha! I beat you. I get a 2 with my modifier.
I'm sorry, guys, but I've got an 18.
Oh well.
An 18.
You
cool.
spoiled it.
Can somebody roll for Mark?
Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Go ahead,
everybody.
Yeah, everybody grabbed a die.
Well, I wouldn't have rolled that too bad. It's my radioactive dice.
Yes. Oh, cool.
What did he get? Mark has a +5 to his perception as well.
So,
Not
Helma,
bad.
you had the official roll. What is the total?
For whom?
Mark.
Well,
I didn't roll because Guy got this.
okay.
I'll do it.
Ah,
7 plus 5, it's 12.
Well, okay, so in that case, Laker, you spot the figures emerging from the gloom under the gantry and slightly past it. So around sort of the 4, 5, 6 rows. Before they start whispering, "Have you seen the glow? Have you seen the glow? Have you seen the glow?" And
Oh, those guys. Okay.
well, hold on a
Yes.
second here.
I can
I have a
describe in a
question.
bit more detail and location. Yeah, go for it.
Where is Geiger at this time? Up or down?
Geiger has gone up at this time.
Okay. Excellent.
So we will establish exactly
So
where.
there's
but this
somewhere around that rectangle?
Yeah, I'll give position to everybody in
Okay.
just a second. So you see these figures emerging from the gloom laker, and as I say, in the moment they're going to start whispering and saying things and stuff. But you've seen them first. Don't know if you want to draw anyone's attention to them.
I certainly want to draw Okma's attention to them. So, Okma, you see that? What weird thing is that now?
Hey, we're looking for the
So-
mice.
What weird thing is that? So the closest one to you, assuming that you appear to be, let's establish where you lot were first, and then I'll tell you where they were. So you'd moved a big table over to underneath the gantry, around about, I'm imagining, G12, H12 sort of space. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I had. Yeah.
Draw that in, and it's quite big, so take up a few squares. It's something you can stand on, or would be able to stand on if you hadn't just put a big globe on top of it.
And that globe's pretty big too.
This probably explains why some of you didn't spot people then. So there's a
Right.
big
Well,
globe.
it was in the globe was in the way. Right.
So there's a big globe on top of that. So there's a big obstruction, which I have basically marked in.
We ruined your map.
No, it's fine. I like it being interactive. It's great. Why do you think I had places that collapsed last time?
Oh, and I also
big-
really enjoy this whole 18 strength thing. Moving things about is fun.
Just as I remember, there's obviously no longer therefore a globe where it's marked on the map.
Right.
So-
right.
Okma is presumably holding the globe on the table still.
Mhm.
Where do you feel you are standing?
I was thinking that maybe I am about sort of in the middle / edge of the table situation, and so I'm estimating slightly that would be I-13. Is that feasible to you?
I-13 sounds good. Yep, that sounds good. I am almost picturing Okma as.
Well, I
Atlas.
like the idea of him having to look around this. Leica's saying, "Who are those? Who are those people?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
Who?
Okay. Was Mark helping with this?
Mark
construction
was
work?
supposed to be getting up on top of it, so let's put Mark
Okay.
next to me somewhere.
Okay.
Or maybe even on
Mark.
top of the globe. That's amusing.
Okay. Let's have Mark, in fact, therefore, in G13, clinging to the side of the globe as he tries to get up it. Poor Mark. Laker, where were you?
If I can see them better than everybody else, that probably would put me into G11.
G11. Okay.
I totally get that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you have a clear line of sight to the figures, and then Geiger, you've flown up onto the gantry above.
Mhm.
So there are figures in squares G7,
G.
uh, and F4,
4. Okay.
and E6, Laker can also see the figure at I8.
All right. What did you eat?
And Geiger, I suppose I should just establish where you are. You are on the gantry way, surprisingly intact, which is surprisingly intact. Whereabouts do you want to be?
The gantry is indicated with the slashes, right?
Yes. So the near side of it starts at the boundary between rows 11 and 12, and then the far side of the gantry is the line between 7 and 8. So it's 5 squares across all the way across the building.
I was thinking I could be on F10.
F10, that seems sensible. So you flap up there, land, and at which point you hear Laker say, "Who are those guys?" Probably you can see some over the gantry if you look over the edge.
I'm sorry, can I get Geiger's position again?
Geiger is in F10 on the gantry way above. So.
I would love to, as soon as it is viable, to do conspiracy check to identify these people, because they seem to shout a certain phrase that made me think.
Okay. We will come back to that in a moment. I will describe in a little more detail. They are swathed in ragged robes and hoods. Almost bandaged like around some bits of them. If you get closer, you'll be able to see their faces, but at the moment you can just see that they appear to give off a slight green glow.
Mm-hmm.
And they are indeed starting to whisper and saying, "Have you seen the glow?"
So,
as they start to, well, they probably started approaching, which is how you've now noticed them as they emerge from the gloom under the gantry. So, however, because Laker spotted them, they have not got the element of surprise on you or anything like that, and are just approaching. And although no one is trying to kill anybody yet, let's all roll initiative to see who would get to go first and do things.
So, I rolled an 18 for Mark and a 1 for myself. So,
Okay.
does that mean my alpha mutation is gone?
Oh,
Not
that
if
is a
it's an
thing.
initiative roll.
It applies to any D20 roll, so yes.
Yes. So, Tazio, would you please draw another one for me?
Great pleasure. So,
Oh, and the result of the roll, if I add my initiative, would be a 6. That's for us.
Okay. Like a 6.
And I
Mark.
rolled an 18 for Mark, boss.
Okay.
Whatever
So
you
Mark,
may want to add to that.
he has a +4 to his initiative, so Mark is on 22.
I have rolled a 21 total for my initiative.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 total.
Okma, what's your bonus for initiative?
No, with my bonus, I get a 7.
Yeah. I need to know what your bonus is.
Oh.
because there's a
Oh, I
plus.
see.
Else too.
I believe it's just my level 3.
Okay. So they go first, and then you go.
Okay. It's 2 cards and you choose, right, Laker? For your alpha mutation, you draw 2 cards and you choose one, right?
I don't know if that's even true in this case.
No, it applies to any alpha mutation draw of yours,
Okay.
I think.
Okay then. So you choose between Radiohead, you already know it, and Anti-Life Leech, which is you gain resist 10 necrotic and you are immune to life leech attacks. When a creature targets you with Life Leech, which is an alpha mutation, and I suppose it's a power for some monsters, it is stunned until the end of its next turn, and he drops to bloodied, but it's damn specific, whereas you already know Radiohead what it does, don't you?
This is a weird place, so you never know what's creeping around here. So maybe I want that leech.
Okay,
Or anti-leech.
No, it's an anti-life leech. Because there is life leech, and this is the anti-life leech. It's kind of weird that they...
It seems so highly specific, you know? I mean, it's very Magic the Gathering. Here is the filthy, nasty attack card. Here is the counter, right? Yeah.
It's dark, as is my doppelganger, so it feels kind of fitting.
Yeah.
And I really have, I have used this Radiohead extensively, so I think I want to do something else.
Makes sense. Yeah, it is awfully specific. I am thinking that there must be some monsters that have this ability.
Yes.
Oh, it's a benefit, so...
Okay.
It works.
So now we've got our initiative.
Yes. So, as I say, they're whispering, have you seen the glow? Have you seen the glow? As they sort of edge towards you, they're not moving at the moment. Mark gets to act first. He is partway up the globe. I am happy for you lot to decide what he does, although I suggest what he probably wants to do is get the rest of the way up the globe.